Hello everyone, welcome to State Services series with Dr.Vivek Rana. Himachal Pradesh Public Service Commission has declared official answer key for HPAS 2019 exam within 3 days of conducting the examination. So in case you are not content or satisfied with any of the answers, you could send your representation with valid proof because each marks count. Because in case you are leaving it for someone else to write on your behalf, it's not going to make a difference because this year the competition is quite stiff, as it's evident due to unpredictable nature of the pre-stage. So the mains date were announced a long time back. They will be conducted timely on November 17. They will start and they will conclude by November 24. There will be couple of offs in between. Hopefully they will give those off for preparing optional subject. So today is September 17 and you have exactly 2 months to realize your dream. So what should be your strategy to prepare for the upcoming mains examination? Because that's the key stage of examination which will decide what kind of services you will get allotted after adding these marks to the interview stage. So first of all, we all know the basics of the mains examination. There are a couple of papers based on languages like Hindi and English which are of qualifying nature. You have to score at least 40% marks in both of them, and you have to understand Hindi is one of the tricky papers because the level of paper is of moderate to tough level in some of the years. English is more or less on predictable lines, so you could just brush up, give a day or two to these papers. And then comes the essay paper. There are 2 essays which are asked. Basically they are from the conventional themes or the ongoing current issues. So that paper needs just a writing practice to make it count. There will be separate lectures on that as well. And then comes the main papers. There are 3 general studies paper and there are 1 optional paper which is divided into paper 1 and paper 2. The weightage is 200 marks for each GS paper and 100 for optional paper. So to sum up, we can say the 600 marks are with general studies and 200 with optional. So what should be your strategy? How to balance these 2 themes? Now there are 2 type of aspirants, so I'll be giving the broad guidelines for both type of them. Some of you are also targeting October for UPSC prelims because that's the real exam for which you invest your preparation and time for almost 1 or 2 years depending upon which stage of exam you are, and you will not like to miss that stage unless the official result would have been out. So for those students, it is advisable they should revise general studies for the next 10 to 12 days, and once that GS, you could say the UPSC paper is concluded, you could devote at least 14 days to your optional subject, and then the test series would come into the picture. And in case you are just content with the HPAS examination and you want to just focus all your energies, then there is no time to waste and you should start answer writing straight away. Devote first 14 days to optional subject and the languages paper so that you feel confident about it. And you could also start your GS1 preparation because GS1 preparation is one of the lengthiest paper to prepare in HPAS. It has history. In history I am referring to the modern history part. There is a world history paper, there are questions on culture, then there is HP history which is quite lengthy itself, then HP geography and normal geography, you could say the Indian geography, this forms another important pillar, and then you have society, HP society, disaster management, ethics. So in a way you could say they have just integrated almost 1.5 papers which were asked in general studies in a single paper. So in case you are waiting too much for that paper preparation, it is not going to give you the intellectual satisfaction while preparing this exam. So make sure you start with your GS1 and the optional preparation straight away, and then you could just balance, give a week to each single paper and then test them. Are you able to write the papers? Are you able to complete the writing and able to express yourself, even though the questions are more or less of factual nature. But in 120 word section there are questions which requires expression in minimal words, and you have to just practice three types of questions, because the general studies paper is divided into three sections. The first section has 15 questions and you have to answer them in just 60 words. So you have to be precise. You don't have to just beat around the bush or just keep on writing whatever it is on your mind. It requires an exact expression. And then the next 10 questions in section B are to be answered in just 120 words, and they are 10 marks each. So these are the section which will help you in scoring well. And finally there are three questions which are essay type questions, which are to be answered in 350 words, and they carry 20 marks. So in a way that section is equally important. So I will be starting with HPAS 2020 mentorship group on Telegram, where I will post the important short and moderate level questions on daily basis, along with some important current affairs which will help in directly or indirectly in augmenting your answer writing skills. There will be few lectures as well on preparation strategy, and the test series I will be starting from October 7 and it will conclude by November 7. In 1 month the 8 tests would be conducted. 4 you could say they will divided them into the full GS papers, would be 2 rounds of full GS paper and 2 SS paper. So if you have any other specific queries, you are most welcome to reach me out through Facebook, to Instagram, or to my email ID. I will be more than happy to help you out. And you could join that Telegram group for staying in touch, and we will be posting regular content on regular basis. So I hope this was just an introductory part to HPAS mains strategy. We will be conducting more detailed lectures on each single paper. What are the key areas which you should identify? What are the other areas in which you could express yourself? So I hope wishing you all the best in your upcoming examination, and I hope all of you do well in upcoming UPSC exam as well. So just balance your priorities, focus and channelize and stay calm. Hopefully things would turn out sooner or later in your favor, and practice holds the key in this main stage. So don't waste your time in just speculation or worrying what would be the cutoff. Just start reading any GS section which you feel comfortable from today itself, and start jotting down the important points, or you could say start with the previous year 2 papers at least, so that you get the confidence. When you will see the last 2 year papers, you will see only the points mentioned in the syllabus are being asked in HPAS exam. So in case you are able to cover almost 80 to 85% syllabus mentioned in official syllabus, then you will do well in this examination. So thank you very much. Have a nice day.